visited the newly established Equine Connect based in County Clare in Ireland, and in this series of short films we get a sense of what working with the horse on the ground can actually be like: relaxed, fun and productive. The founders of Equine Connect, Gina, Siyver and Lucinda Stockley, have amassed a large set of skills between them which are blended into one integrated approach to horsemanship. And Sam is one of those horses now benefiting from this approach.
He's a 10-year-old Oldenburg dressage horse, originally from Germany. Very well bred by Sandro Hitt. He hasn't been competitive with his training or his competing for some time now. He's had some problems. He's a very spooky horse. I've owned him since September. I bought him out of Guernsey from a lovely lady who had him there, and he was just a little bit too much for her. When I first got him, he was quite wired in that he found it very hard to settle, and just found life on the whole quite hard to deal with. But he's calmed down quite a lot now. We've socialised him with other horses a lot, and we're just basically rehabilitating him. He had a lot of soreness through his body. He'd been ridden in a very deep outline and with some training aids, and he basically had lost the ability to really stretch and work forward effectively, round and comfortably. And this is quite huge for him with that JCB in the background, for him to deal with something like that. And you can see here he's just having a moment to think, but he's thinking, and that's good, you know. He can have a little look over there. If he needs to walk and turn to face it, then he can. And that's a much better thing for him to have done than what he would have done previously, would have been to jump forward with his head in there. He actually thought about the process, and that's what this work's about, is getting the horse to think about the processes it's going through, that he can act instead of react. The reason we have the lead line on the side is because if you have a pull on here, you directly pull on the pole from underneath, and when you directly pull on the pole, normally a horse's reaction is to tighten its pole.
Over time, Sam will gradually learn to free up his body and to have a natural balance through a series of groundwork and bodywork exercises.
The aim with him is to go where and do what he's capable of doing. If he gets back in the dressage arena at some point, that would be lovely, but when he's ready. Socialisation of him has been key for him to be with lots of different horses and be very social. He was in a very traditional way of being kept like in the stable. He did go out in the field with a small friend, but it was an older horse, so there wasn't the socialising he gets with horses his own size and age. This long white stick we have here, it's used in the telling to touch method. We call it a wand because we change it from being a stick, because a stick is what's traditionally used to, ask a horse to move on, whereas we use this as basically as an extension of our arm. Because it's a wand, it just changes the whole energy around what we use it for. When I first got him, I couldn't bring this anywhere near him. He just freaked out. Even the thought of this coming here was far too much for him. He would go. And a lot of horses, they don't have to have been beaten with a stick to not let you touch it. They just have to have a very lack of awareness of their body. So if people aren't aware, they got their leg, which he wasn't. He wasn't grounded in his body. If you touched him, he just went, "Oh my God, what was that touching me?" So I'm just going to stroke him here just to give him a bit of confidence. And if he needs to then look again, he can. I'm not going to stop him from looking. Because in order for him to feel safe, he needs to know what's in his environment. Again, I'm just going to encourage him to walk forward. No, wait, I'm not going to... Nice dropping of his head there. He's disconnected through his back end. He's not bringing his hind legs with him as effectively as he could. but we're working on one thing at a time.
Noticing that Sam was sore in one of his hind legs, Lucinda decided that this very short session had been enough for the day. He would be given more time to heal and further assessment and attention where it was needed. Bravo was eagerly awaiting his turn in the sand arena. But for Sam, his training will go on at his pace, whatever that pace may be.